What's up, everybody? Welcome back or welcome to It's Time to Talk Water Trine Astrology. Your physical, financial, and spiritual abundance are aligning and are secured. Yay! This is no joke. Not only is your physical, financial, and spiritual abundance aligning, but I also got the message in the channel that it is secured throughout this process of alignment that's happening, okay? We have a lunar eclipse in Virgo that is coming up on the 14th, and then we're going to have a solar eclipse in Aries after that. So we have eclipse season approaching us, y'all, and we're already in the energy. So this makes sense that a lot of things, because eclipse energy comes to eclipse certain things out of your life, whether this be physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially, so there's a lot of things that are, I'm getting like the debris, the clutter is being eclipsed out with this Virgo, full moon, lunar eclipse full moon that is occurring, okay, on the 15th. So keep that in mind throughout this message. I've already rolled the dice, and we got Jupiter in Aries in the 4th house. Okay, and so we're gonna just break it down and see what we're getting here regarding this physical, financial, and spiritual abundance that is aligning on our behalf and that is secured, and what this means, as a result. So Jupiter is all about expansion, optimism, but I'm really getting expansion, like things are expanding right now, like big energy right now, okay? And it's because of the parts that are currently shifting. So physically things are happening, physically things are being released. So it's allowing for more room for what's to really supposed to be there physically. Financially, things are being released, energies are being released, thought forms, debts are all being released. And then that is allowing room for more financial abundance. Spiritually, things are being released, clutter is being released, healed, transcended. And naturally, this is allowing for more spiritual abundance to come through. So with Jupiter, there's a lot of things expanding right now in your life, okay? We have Jupiter in Aries, and Jupiter in Aries is a very fiery energy. A lot of you guys can be Sagittariuses or Aries, even Leos, but Jupiter in Aries is all about initiation, taking risk, going forward, motivation, strength, durability, stamina. And with Jupiter in Aries, the way that you are going to be viewing yourself is changing, and the way that others are going to be viewing you is changing, okay? With Jupiter in Aries, it's giving me this energy of this is giving me leadership, because Aries is about being a leader. And Jupiter in Aries expands this leadership energy. So it's making you, it's positively impacting your self-image, okay? So that's what's happening as a result of a lot of this physical, financial, and spiritual abundance. You're expanding, especially in areas related towards your self-identity and the way that you view yourself and the way that you impact others through your self-image. So I'm getting like, a lot of you guys are now going to be able to show up more aligned. It isn't just going to be the spiritual that is aligned and then the physical is a little off, or the physical is aligned and the spiritual is a little off, or the physical and the spiritual are aligned and the financial is off. It's going to be the physical, financial, and the spiritual all aligned for you. And this is going to really impact and expand the way you are seen and the way that you're viewing yourself. Now, we go to the 4th house with it. And the 4th house is all about the internal world, family, your culture, your roots, your DNA, your bloodline, okay? And when Jupiter comes into the 4th house, this really expands a lot of that clutter that we were talking about, because in this 4th house, that's the internal world. So there are things deep within you, because the 4th house naturally is ruled by Cancer. And so there's deep emotions. This is the subconscious mind here that you went inside of, and you have clear the clutter, clear the debris. And it's almost like within this clutter, within this debris leaving, you found yourself. You found yourself, or you release this eclipse energy. I'm even getting is helping you to release the things that have been cluttering your identity. And it's almost like putting a big flashlight on you with this Aries energy. I am. So a lot of you guys, another message, whatever, speak highly over yourself right now, like positive affirmations. I'm talking about, I am strong, I am courageous, I am loving, I appreciate myself, I appreciate my positive self-image, I appreciate the strength that I possess within myself, I appreciate the empowerment that I'm experiencing, okay? Because this energy, that thoughts, a lot of you guys have been talking over you guys' lives, and it's been impacting you very, very deeply with this fourth house. And anything that doesn't resonate or align with these affirmations, but I'm also getting to something deeper than just an affirmation. It's almost like a proclamation, like you're proclaiming this over your life right now specifically. So as you're tuning into this video, a lot of you guys, even watching this video, this is helping you to proclaim this over your life as you're receiving this message. But a lot of you guys have been just doing that inner work and really proclaiming over your finances, over your spirituality, over your physical reality. And this is allowing for that to stand as the truth. You're standing on that. And anything that has tried to be in the way, has tried to dilute that energy, whether this is our own internal voice or external voice, it's being eclipsed away. It's being eclipsed away. So, powerful message. It's like you're redeeming yourself. You're redeeming yourself, identity. And it's like who you are has always been this abundant person on a physical and spiritual level. But there's been things in the past that have misaligned that, maybe voices, other voices, subconscious energy, unconscious energy, ancestral pattern, generational pattern that has needed to be cleared up. Even if you've come into certain lineages and you're born, and when we're first born, we're not aware of any of our karma or our emotional pattern, our mental pattern just yet. It takes some time before we can get there, and really understand that, we have to gain some experience, and it's like you are able to now, you've come through that energy, you've learned a lot of your emotional patterns and the things that have been, passed on throughout your DNA and your bloodline. And there's this energy of you remembering who you've always been, though, before that energy came into play, and doing things to honor who you've always been, doing things to capitalize on the energy, to expand it with Jupiter. And this putting up I'm getting like the sun. So it's like you're in this more unconscious, subconscious space with the fourth house, but also with the sun around you. So anything that doesn't resonate, clutter, spiritually or physically, is being relinquished. That's the word I'm hearing. So a lot of things are aligning for you physically, financially, and spiritually, and they're secured. Yeah, so it's like if anything is trying to, or if it's a voice, if it's something external, if it's old generational ancestral patterning, if it's trying to tell you otherwise at this time, it's impossible. Because again, this message was your physical, spiritual, and financial abundance are aligning and are secured. So it's like nothing can stop this. But the fact that it's secured and the fact that we're focusing on this like light that we're surrounded by throughout all the clutter, there are things that are trying to come through and clutter this up, whether it be physical or spiritual. But newsflash, it's like at this point you're just going to continue expanding until everything's all gone. And I'm really feeling that eclipse energy, y'all, is really important, because I feel like by that eclipse you will have been aligned, because this message is you're aligning and are secure. So things are aligning as we are speaking. So let's get some more information on this message. Very deep. We got Libra with the moon. Okay, so Libra is all about balance, and Libra is the opposite of Aries. You know, we got Jupiter and Aries in the 4th house, but then we get Libra coming out. And, you know, Libra is all about balance, fairness, harmony, consideration. And then the moon is about our emotions, okay? And when you have a Libra moon, this can really help you when it comes to dealing with a lot of heavy emotions, you know. And this takes me into this 4th house, right? Because they're like, you have had to really maintain this groundedness throughout it, because we go back to the story. It's like, you know, a kid, as they get older, they start to realize the emotional patterns and the conditionings that are on them, right? Whether they chose them or not. And a lot of times they didn't choose it, they were just kind of born into it. And this is something that, yes, you're born into it, so you do inherit it, and you do have to deal with it, whether it's good or bad. But also there is this true sense of who you are and what you desire and who you are, despite any of those inherited generational wounds, is what I'm really getting that they are. And there's this energy with Libra of you, yes, dealing with all of that, but now coming back to who you are too, and realizing who you've always been. And with the Libra scales here, balancing it out, right? Making sure, so as we got the sun, you know, it's even taking me deeper, because the sun is there in that dark space, alchemizing energy. It's not just barricading you and like keeping the darkness out and keeping you in, because that wouldn't be productive. That would be counterproductive. It's like you're just gonna stay in this bubble. What it's doing with the sun there is clearing out the clutter. So energies are being alchemized right now tremendously. And the more that you're honoring yourself, the more that you're honoring your emotional needs, the more that you're connecting with your inner reality, this light, this alchemical energy is naturally balancing out things, naturally aligning things for you on so many levels, especially physically, spiritually, and financially. Okay, y'all, this is good. Let's get some more. That's this overall message. Ooh, there we go. We get Pluto with Neptune, yo. Ooh. So Pluto is the soul again. So with this 4th house, you know, this 4th house is really taking us deep. So we're deep into the soul with it. And on this Pluto card, he has like a black sun around him. And that's what I think it really is, y'all. And on Neptune is like a blue sun. Whew. Or a blue circle, but to me they're giving suns. Especially since we were talking about suns. So it's interesting because I'm getting like, you know, I'm feeling like when I first was thinking of the sun, I was getting like this big yellow energy. But looking at these pictures, even on the moon, there's a like a circle, but the moon is, you know, a circle. But I'm really just picking up these are suns. So it's like, wow, I'm getting like all of your experiences to date are kind of like coagulating. So they're forming together and they are harmonizing. They're aligning the good and the bad to secure you on a physical, spiritual, and emotional level. You're transcending a lot of energies. Pluto and Neptune, yeah, you're going deep inside of the soul through intuitive gifts, because Jupiter in the 4th house is extremely sensitive to energies and can really go deep internally. And that's what you're doing. But in the sign of Aries, it's like on a mission. Jupiter's on a mission when he goes into the fourth house, when he's going into these darker waters, these more subconscious waters. He's in a mission to transform things, to stand up and proclaim who he is. Pluto is you balancing out things on a very soul level. Finally is what I'm hearing. And that takes me back to, you got a gain of age before you can actually deal with a lot of things that maybe are going on within your family line, your DNA. You got to learn something first. You got to experience a few things. But it's you've done that work. And I feel like a lot of you guys should maybe go back to one of my readings where it said your soul is thriving. I think it was the one right before this, because this is just piggybacking off of this message with Pluto and Neptune here. I think Neptune came out, but don't quote me. But Pluto is just, it's just you really balancing out things on a soul level. Some very deep primordial energy with Neptune, the moon, and Pluto. Very much so balancing this out with your present day. And this takes a lot of work. This takes a lot of endurance, stamina with Aries, and just understanding how to maintain a sense of groundedness when you're going in such watery spiritual energies. It's just similar. It's just going inside of yourself. When you're going inside of yourself, you have to really have your third eye open. You have to know your chakras need to be aligned so that you can know how to navigate certain emotions and feelings that you're feeling, but you can't quite see them. Some of you can see them, right? Some of you are seers, but you still have to be able to feel into them and communicate with them and release things properly and alchemize energies, implement the energy that will actually support it and balance it out, because everything's about balance. So it's like, it's a high level of spiritual adeptness that is required. But with Jupiter and Aries in the fourth house, you're well equipped. Jupiter is so abundant. Jupiter is this very expansive, abundant energy. You're well equipped for this, It's like you already have the soul gifts. You've always had the soul gifts all along. There was just a lot that needed to be balanced out. So this has been truly a transformative process, where now you went through a lot of that grit and clutter, spiritually, physically, and financially, to where now things are able to align because you did the work. And that's why it's secure, because you did the work. It's like you cleared up the clutter. The sun is still alchemizing energy. I spoke about that happening probably up into this eclipse energy. But the process has been going on for so long that the alchemy, the sun around you, is pretty much about to cover every crevice, every crack of your soul, is what I'm hearing. And so naturally, that's going to mean you're fully aligned and secured on that physical, spiritual, and financial level as well, and emotional. Let's get some more tarot here. See what else we need to know. We got the King of Wands. That's giving me the Aries energy with the Wheel of Fortune, which is Jupiter again, y'all. Yeah, so, and on this Wheel of Fortune, it's the angel and the devil. So it's like, you've been having to exercise certain lower energies that have been present in your soul. And you've had to go in and to understand what these energies were, that this is a lower energy, where it needed to be, where it belonged, if it needed to be exercised, if it needed to be healed, if it needed to be purified. And then you had to go in there and also understand what was yours, what was loving, what was healthy, what could stay, what could maintain itself. This process has helped it's helped the wheel to turn in your favor now. The devil is downward. He's going down on the hill, whereas the angel is coming up. And that's that Jupiterian energy. And it's like, so now you are able to, the wheel is changing. The times are changing, so the tide is changing, and you are coming out on top because of all this inner work that you've done with this King of Wands. You're a king. Okay? Jupiter in Aries, when the King of Wands is going in to take care of some work, and with this wand, he's going in to take care of some spiritual work. But when he's going to take care of work, he is coming with that fire, that action, that love, that passion, that motivation, that strength, that endurance. Okay? This is why things are aligning for you. And what's to come is just full alignment, full balance, more financial abundance, more physical abundance, more spiritual abundance. So, abundance can show up in so many different ways, but specifically we're talking about the physical. So you're going to just see that things within your physical reality are getting better. Things are harmonizing a lot easier for you. There's less commotion, there's more fairness. On a financial level, you're going to see that you are able to, like, finances is not an option, like not a issue, meaning that if there's something that you desire, you're going to have it regardless of how much it is or whatever, regardless of how much it is. If it's something that you need, especially if it's something that's required for you to maintain the alignment of your physical, spiritual, and in financial abundance, you're going to have that. And on a spiritual level, if there's certain energies that you need to connect with or be aware of, you're going to have that. So it's just like, there isn't a lot of you, like this fragmentation energy is what I'm really feeling. The fragmentation is dissipating. And with this circle, it's almost like this is the you that is fully connected, is thriving. All parts of you is thriving. Physical, the spiritual, the emotional, the financial. It's all connected. It's not one growing faster than the other and the physical growing faster than the, no. All growing together, so you're gonna see that everything just aligns. So when you need something, it's gonna be supporting you in all areas, spiritually, physically, emotionally, and financially. So you're not just gonna be getting something just for the financial part of your life or just for the physical. All of it is gonna support each other. So this is where we get into that abundant energy on how you just have more than enough always. Okay, always. Clarify the King of Wands, Spirit. Y'all get the Queen of Wands. This is what I'm just saying. Like, and a lot of you guys are coming into union with someone, okay? But this is what I'm saying. Someone who is a match, okay? And it makes sense. You're aligning, okay? Everything's aligning. The physical's aligning. If that's a partner you need, boom, it's there, okay? If there's more excitement, if your body wants to play more, you're going to be able to do all of that, okay? But with the King of Wands here and the Queen of Wands, that's truly you balancing out the internal side of you, the feminine side of you. And now being able to, because she's sitting back, she's like on this like pillow with a cat and her candles are around her. So there's this comfortability. There's this energy of you being able to rest in your power. Oh, that feels good, y'all. So it's like you put in all this work, and like you say, it's the King of Wands with Aries and Jupiter. So this is big energy that's always on the move, always on the go. It's like this King of Wands, this Aries energy, knew there was work to do from a very early age and got in there and rolled up their sleeves and did the work. And now we get to a point where things are aligning and they are secured and you can rest on your power now. So what's to come next is more relaxation, more fun, more playtime, more smiles, more laughs, more good times. Ooh, just leisure, play, excitement. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune, Spirit. We got the Ace of Swords, y'all. Oh, and I'm gonna have to put that in there because at the bottom of the Ace of Swords we get the King of Wands coming out again. And this is all clarifying the Wheel of Fortune, y'all. So we're gonna wrap up this message with these last two cards, the Ace of Swords, the King of Wands. The King of Wands out here twice. A lot of you guys could be, again, Aries, Leo, Sagittariuses, Libras. So you could be Pluto, Libra generation. But yeah, I just heard the tower is falling, the wheel has turned. This is no longer the devil's playground. You are no longer someone that the devil can play around with. Okay? You are in your power, full in your power. And not only that, you're resting in your power now. So your power is still there, should it need to come back out. But I'm getting that now that the physical and the spiritual and the financial is aligning and secured, you secured the bag. You secured the abundance. You're resting in your power. The devil's falling. The alchemical sun is steady alchemizing. The eclipses are coming to fully eclipse this energy out once and for all. So, good job. Well done. I'm so happy for you, and you deserve this.